You might not believe it, but I'm actually in a church and I'm allowed to film. Because here in The Hague we have a very large church, which is called the Grote Kerk, literally meaning the big church. And it's actually, the other name is I think St. James Church, or in Dutch Jacobskerk, which is exactly the same thing that we saw in Brno. But I'm allowed to film here and I just wanted to show you guys. It's super empty. You are normally allowed to go in only at certain times because of the COVID. But you know, some sort of persuasion goes a long way. And I'm super happy that I'm allowed to film here, because look at this. And even though it's not as beautiful as the other churches that we saw in like Brno or other place like Colovivari, well, we didn't go in there, but in Brno we did. It still is really nice to see. Look at this. Let's see what more we can find in this church. Like I said already tons of time, I'm not a person who likes to, you know, specifically go to a church, but it was on the things that I want to show you guys. And you know, definitely if I'm allowed to go in, because they're currently cleaning the church, that's why it's easier for me to, you know, ask if I could go in. Wow, that's some very, very old Dutch. Huh, funny. So in the church, actually, because I just quickly checked it, because when I was talking about the Golden Head Tavern, like that, I thought it would probably be the oldest one, unless the church is older. But it isn't, because the church is from 1576. So the tavern is the oldest building still active in The Hague. Who knew? I didn't. So there's not a lot of paintings on top, on the ceiling, but it looks like a different material as well. Let's see what they have here. This is also something that really amazes me, of course. There's maybe I'm wrong though, so if somebody knows more about churches than I do, please let me know. But I think these things are like tombstones, aren't they? If they are, it's kind of weird that they are, you know, of course it's logical that there's nearly nothing to see anymore because people are walking over them constantly. So, but yeah. Maybe I just should ask somebody from the church, maybe they know. Well, I mean, definitely if they go over with such a thing, then, you know, within like a year, you probably cannot read it at all. Alright. Like I said, super happy that I'm allowed to film. I mean, next time I will do even more persuasion, because there is a tower that you can climb. Yes, you probably already guessed it. It's 288 steps, so it's even more than the one in Brno, or in Český Krumlov actually. It's even more, but unfortunately they do not allow me to just go in there, because that's really time bounded. So, ooh, look at this. And I always enjoy those statues. I think it's always really, really nice to see. Wow. It's actually so funny that there's nobody here. This is a little bit out of place though, to be honest. Those seats, you know, those tables I can kind of understand, but the new ones makes it feel it's a little bit out of place. Alright, so it seems that this whole episode is gonna be all related to a church because by the looks of it I'm already filming 7 minutes. Sure, I will cut some stuff out. That's always more than I actually want it to be. And of course I always think about certain bad things as well. This time it's actually I see these curtains. And they are actually really big curtains. And then I wonder, what if, just what if, they just get stuck there? You know, sometimes in a hotel you try to close the curtain and it doesn't want to work, and then you know, bad hotels, okay, really cheap ones. And then you just have to stand on like a chair and then just to, you know, get it moving again. Yeah, that's gonna be a little bit more complicated here, plus you're not allowed to swear in the church, so, you know, how are you gonna do that? Yeah, that's probably for me time to leave the church. So noisy when they start working on the road. But yeah, so this is actually the church from the outside. That's the tower I wanted to climb. It was a rather short visit, of course, to this city. I'm not gonna show you guys all the embassies. Of course, I will still show you the beach because, you know, it's because I like it a lot there. So there's one more stop actually in the city that I want to show you guys. That's also a palace, but that is a lot larger than the one that I just showed you guys. So let's go there and then go to the beach. All right. So and then this little building here, which is just across from where the government is, used to be, a prison, but a prison specifically made for torture. Yeah, so it's actually a museum, but yeah, you know me in museums, I don't want to go inside. I don't care, you know, paying the money for it, but then the whole thing will just be about museums. So if you are a person who likes museums and who likes, you know, to see a very old prison, there you go. As the last stop for today, I actually want to go to another palace, but it's just not a palace for the monarchy. It's actually a palace that is used for the International Court of Justice, and it has also been designed only specifically for them, and it's right there. So as you can see, it's a lot larger. It is really large, I mean, in contrast to other things. This building has only been opened in 1913, so it's just over 100 years old. But it looks so much older, right? I mean, check it out. And it's large, I mean, it's really large. Because it's, of course, the International Court of Justice, you're not allowed to just walk in there. Although, I'm just gonna see how far we can go. Because even I would love to see it. There's a... yeah, with glass in front of it, right? So there is a sort of gate, but then with glass, so... So that's the exit, alright. Look at this. Golden gates. Well, not really gold, but... wow. That person is lucky, he works here, so... such a weird workplace, right? And people might ask like, oh, where do you work? In a palace. So in this building is called in English the Peace Palace, or in Dutch Vredespaleis. And well, it makes a lot of sense, of course, Peace Palace if you are the International Court of Justice. So I see people going in here, so I just wonder if you can buy tickets or... yeah, it's open, except on Monday. Oh, luckily it's not Monday. There is a line, but it doesn't say anything about price or whatever. So unfortunately we cannot go in because the garden is only open to specific tours and you have to book online if you want to go for a tour. So unfortunately I wanted to show you guys the palace itself, or at least the gardens, but it's, you know, not possible. So I just only can show you the outside like earlier, and that's it. Anyway guys, this was the video about The Hague, or at least the city center area, and the next one will be about the beach, which will be up next week or in a few days, I don't know yet. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video as per usual. It's been a little bit strange structure because I wanted to show you a lot more, but it was a lot more complicated due to time restraints as well. Still, I hope you kind of enjoyed it, and I'll see you hopefully in the next one.